Yo, what's up, y'all? It's about that time. We in week 17. We're gonna do the week 16 recap. And as I said before, it's at that time of the year where every game means something. So you already know. You already know around this time, you know, people start getting tight with their gameplay, you know, and things like that start happening because it's that time of the year, right? It's easy, you know, to perform in week 2 or week 3, no pressure. But when pressure starts coming on, you start seeing people games changing. Let's go to the playoff. Let's go to the playoff. Right now, where do I gotta go? I always do the same thing. Oh yeah, I want to go there first. I want to go to the standings. No, first I want to go to the playoff picture. I don't even know where I gotta go. All right, playoff picture. Let's go there first. If the playoffs ended today, this would be the matchups. Oh, my music too loud? That's better. Can you still hear the beat rocking? You know I like to have these beats rocking in the background. You know what I mean? But if I gotta turn it down more, let me know. But if the playoffs ended today, all right, cool. But yeah, if the playoff ended today, this would be what we'd be looking at right now. These were the matchups. These things I told you, musical chairs, right? Musical chairs like crazy. Now over here in the AFC, it didn't really change much. It stayed the same, but it definitely been musical chairs over there in the NFC, right? Because a week before, I was the 7th seed. The Bucks was the 6th seed. The Bisons, I think that's the Bisons. No, Steamers, the Brooklyn Steamers. That's Money Mascot. I don't know what's going on over there in Brooklyn, but he had a nice, comfortable lead. You know, holding on to that spot. You know, he had about 4 losses, sitting pretty. Now he got 6 losses, and there's still 2 games left. So, you know, anything can happen at this point. So now is not the time to get cute. Now is not the time to ease up on what you've been doing. Like, you got to punch your ticket by any means. You know, we slid all the way to the 5th seed. We was the 7th seed looking to play the Giants in the first round, but now we slid to the 5th playing the Panthers in the first round as in right now, you know. So, you know, these are the matchups that will be going down right now. But again, there's still a couple of things that left to get made. Over there in the AFC, I think everything is pretty much solidified. I think by the Bills beating the Patriots. The Patriots now have 8 losses. But I think the Jags, matter of fact, I know the Jags can still catch the Steelers. So it's still work to be done. Nothing is signed and sealed on nobody's, on no ends. You know, NFC and AFC, you still got to ball. You still got to play ball, and you still got to bring it and hope that you get into the playoffs healthy, right? Because that's the key right now. You know, you get into the playoff and lose your starting quarterback or your best receiver, you're gonna feel, you know, like you playing in a handicap match. So the goal is to get in, but get in healthy. Right about now, that's the plan. So we're gonna see how this thing shake out. You know, let's go to week 16 to recap. It was some big games that went down over here. First, we had this game didn't get played. We had the Bengals beat Steelers 20-17. That's big for the Jags. That put a little more pressure on the Steelers. Like I said, the Steelers, we know his last couple of games was not going to be easy. And if I'm not mistaken, the Steelers got to play the Ravens again. I think week 18. Week 17. Let me just go look. Let me look. I mean, this is week 17, so it's not this week. Do the Ravens got to play the Steelers again? Let me see. Who the Steelers play week 18? The Ravens, exactly. That's a very big game right there. The Jags play the Titans. That's an easy game for the Jags. The Jags, did he play this week? He played the Panthers. Don't know what's going on with that game, but that's a very big game. A huge game, actually, because if the Steelers lose, and the Jags went out, the Steelers are out, and the Jags will be in. So that's a big game. I don't know what's the latest with their Panthers and Jags, but that game means a lot, and it means more to the Jags than it does the Panthers. But yeah, so Steelers losing this game, it puts pressure on him now, because now, he got to win the Week 17 matchup, which I don't know if he played yet, and it definitely going to come down to Week 18, no matter what. So big games left still to be played, and we're going to see how this play out, man. You know what I'm saying? I know my boy P. Earl didn't want to find himself in this position, but he's in this position, and we're going to see what he made of right now. You're going to see if that championship caliber, going to show. Yeah, so Bengals won this one. Bengals hanging on to that 6th seed, which I think he will do. I don't see him coming up off that spot. I got to check to see if he can move up, but we'll see about that. Then we had Bills and Chargers. Bills took care of business. I'm surprised at the Chargers. My boy Addison struggling over there with them Chargers, and Chargers got a good team, man, so I picked them to win that division. That's not happening. And not only that, he's going to miss the playoffs. So I'm very surprised that the Chargers having the season the way that they're having. Chargers can ball, you know what I'm saying? But, hey, man, it's just like that. But, it's only season 1. A lot of us are still learning the game, so I ain't going to make too much out of it. You know what I mean? Like, I expect season 2 to be different for, different people. But, for those that's been coming on strong in season 1, they just grasped it early before others. But this is a big win for Buffalo. Buffalo's on a nice winning streak. They've been balling. They're probably the only team with the longest winning streak going on. It's either them or the Ravens. I don't know who got more, but I know the Dolphins win streak got snapped. The Giants win streak got snapped this week. So it was some win streaks that got snapped, but there's still a few that's still going on. So good win for Buffalo. He been playing some great ball over there in Buffalo. Next, we had the Falcons and Colts. Falcons when they play up Hopes Alive, they took care of business at home against the Colts. Yeah, I know. I saw that. I definitely saw that. That's a Super Bowl preview that went down. And right now, you got the drop on the Ravens over there. All these games wasn't played. Seattle and Tennessee. Seattle took care of business against Tennessee 43-14. It's been a long season for Tennessee. I'm looking forward to Tennessee bouncing back next year, have a way better season next year than they did this year. Next we had the Bucks and the Jags. The Bucks too, they have 7 losses. They had 6 losses the last time I did the 5th quarter, and now they got 7. They must have lost the week before because they beat the Jags. This is a tough loss for the Jags right here. I would have took the Jags to win this. He didn't get it done. Bucks is hanging on to a playoff spot. Just barely. He got 7 losses. He's the 7th seed. He's just barely hanging on, but he's hanging on. This is a big win for him over the Jags. But he still got work to do. But right now, he's on the outside looking in. He's on the inside looking out. And the Jags on the outside looking in. But still got a nice possibility to still get in, depending on what happens with the Steelers moving forward. Then we had Cards and Bears. Cards blew the Bears out. Ended the Bears playoff hope. Bears, 8 losses is not going to get you in. This officially eliminated the Bears, so that didn't work. Good win for the Cards. Cardinals season is over too. They got 8 losses, so they're not going to make it neither. But nevertheless, man, he said, well, if I'm out, I'm taking somebody down with me. He took the Bears down with him. Next, we had Denver and Pats. Big Rico with the win over the Pats. Listen, man, it's been one of them things, right? Like I tell you, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. The Pats started off hot but got cold. The Broncos started off cold but then got hot. So I got to give the Broncos some props, man. They've been. I'm gonna check the standings in a minute to see if the Broncos are still alive. But this is a big win for the Broncos, like I said. And then too on the low, the Broncos were playing good ball. I can't even dispute that. Hold on one second, y'all. You know she's in the store, man. Come on. Yeah, so yeah, like I said, man, the Broncos were playing some good ball. That's the point during the fifth quarter. We like to shed light on things that's going around in the league, things that the average person wouldn't know. But I definitely noticed that because when the last time, like I said, I'm about to check the standings in a minute. And last time I checked the standings, I know the Broncos was not eliminated mathematically. Mathematically, he was still alive. I got to check now to see, but this is a big win. I mean, let's be honest. This is a very big win because, the Pats still is playing for something, and the Broncos just came in at home and took care of business, man. So I like what I'm seeing from the Broncos. They're starting to put it together at the right time. And hold on one second, y'all. Stop and lay down, man. Until you stop. Yeah, so like I said, the Broncos were playing some good ball, and here's the key, right? If the Broncos don't get in the playoffs, so what, right? And I say that because he's been playing good ball right now enough to carry this into next season, and that's what I say what it's about, right? You go into next season with a swag and with a certain momentum, and right now the Broncos has that momentum. Even if he falls short, at least he's still in it mathematically. But on top of that, even if he don't get in, he still got a chance to come into the season next year and let what he learned now carry over to next season. Raiders and Huskies. Huskies season is done. This one gave them 9 losses, so their season been done. But let's just be honest, man. The Raiders they've been a thorn all season. Everybody, everybody they played against, they've been a problem even if they lost. So Raiders is looking like a tough out. I gotta give Lob Kid props. He been balling. He definitely been balling. Like no other over there with with what he got. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got a lot to work with over there, but the little bit that he have, he's been working with it. Yeah, and you're right. The Falcons too. The Falcons, even though their season is done, the Falcons been playing good ball too. You know what I'm saying? I know he lost today. That officially eliminated him, but hey man, I like to see guys bounce back from a slow start, because that's what you want to see. You want to see that all the time. You know? You don't know how to stop, so. So yeah, that's what you like to see. Different people, stepping up, competing. So yeah, Falcons been playing good ball. You know what I mean? But Falcons, Broncos, like a lot of these teams stepped up late in the season. But Raiders, they just rolling like they've been doing. Then we had Eagles and Giants. This was our biggest win of the season. We needed this one in a major way, and we got it against a hot Giants team. Giants been balling, like I said, on the low. They've been balling on the low. They don't be in the chat, but the Giants on a nice little win streak. This loss gave them, they only got 4 losses, so they've been playing good ball. But we needed this in a major way. We pulled it out at the right time, and we needed this badly. You know what I mean? Like I said, for me, win, lose, or draw, I like the way I'm playing as far as I'm getting my timing back. You know what I'm saying? That was my biggest thing all season. I've been saying I'm learning how to play the game on the fly. My timing been off, you know what I mean? But even when I lose, if I lose, but I feel like my timing is good, I'm good with that. No excuses, you know what I'm saying? So at least I'm getting my timing back, and we're getting it back at the right time. Niners and Ravens. This was a good game. Like I said, Super Bowl preview, and 49ers took care of business 28-20. I think what I like about this more than anything is that the 49ers defense showed up, right? Because the Ravens been putting up big numbers on everybody, but they only scored 20 points in this one over the Niners. So, can't say nothing more about that 49er defense, other than it's been stifling. You know what I mean? And this was something that, they proved the point. The Ravens going to have to be able to. The Ravens defense is going to have to play better. Not like they gave up a lot of points, but to only score 20, That's not accustomed to how they've been playing all year. So if they should meet in the Super Bowl, Ravens gonna have to figure it out. But you can't jump to the Super Bowl. You gotta take care of other things first. Ravens got other problems to worry about, honestly, before that, and we're gonna get to that in a minute. Jets and Browns, disappointing season for the Jets. We now in week 17, the current week that we are in. My boy E-Ball, disappointed with the Jets, man. That Jets team with Aaron Rodgers should have been having way more success than what they had this year. Jets didn't come close to making the playoffs. They only got about 3 wins on the year. Don't know how he did that, but man, what's going to hurt more if Aaron Rodgers retire and there was nothing going on in the background, right? He wasn't building up Zach Wilson. If I was E-Ball, I'd have benched Aaron Rodgers and I'd have been playing Zach Wilson to build him up. Because if Aaron Rodgers retire, E-Ball is in serious trouble because now you're forced to play with Zach Wilson. But on top of that, his morale is low. You ain't been playing him. You should have just been building him up once the playoff race was over. You know what I mean? I'd have been building him up. You know what I mean? So we'll see what the Jets going to do. It's not my business what the Jets do. That ain't my team. But, I'm just saying, a lot of mishandling going on over there in New York. Black Star took over this Cleveland team in the middle of the season. And, I expect him to be able to have a good offseason, add some pieces that he want. And I think he'll actually do all right with Cleveland next year. Next, we got Steamers and Cowboys. Steamers will get the force in this one. Buffalo and Pats. This one officially eliminated the Patriots, but that Broncos loss hurt, but this one hurt as well. But I think the Broncos loss hurt even more because, when you look up and you see that you was playing Buffalo, you said, all right, Buffalo playing hot. They one of the hottest teams in the league right now. So, all right, cool. If we lose to them, I know he counted Denver as a win. So to lose to Denver, it just hurt. But, one thing I got to say, though, DK, he's still been playing good with the Patriots. He just ran out of gas, right? He just ran out of gas. And one thing I will say is that he squeezed all he could out of this Patriots team. But what I do know about this Patriots team is that defense is solidified. That defense is set. You know what I mean? And, at the end of the day, he's going to have the offseason to add some offensive pieces over there. DK will be fine. You know what I'm saying? He'll be fine. It's just that the only reason why it's an issue, it's a story because he started off so good, right? He started out like 4-0. He was on top of his game. So, now to see him fall out the playoff run, it's a story. But again, that defense is set. You know what I'm saying? He got a defense moving forward, and come the draft and free agency, he's going to be able to add some weapons over there. So the Patriots will be fine moving forward. Just that they didn't finish on the note that they started on. They started out strong, but then they got cold at the worst time. Next, we got Bears and Falcons. This game was played earlier. Bears season is over, but he officially eliminated the Falcons from playoff competition. If I'm the Falcons, I'm actually, if I'm BS, I'm actually, taking this one in stride because, how many seasons have we seen the Falcons never in a playoff race this late in the season? So you got to crawl before you walk, right? You got to stay in your lane. You know what I mean? If you one of them guys that pretty much always miss the playoffs and you was in the playoff race until the final weeks of the season, build on that. You know what I mean? Build on that. Whatever it is you need to add it. Whatever trade you need to make next season, make the trade. You know what I mean? But you got to build on this. You can't go now from being in the playoff race at the final few weeks of the season and then next season you're out of the playoff race come week 10. That's going backwards. You got to build on your success. Just like I said about Denver, if Denver missed the playoff, so what? They hot right now. They found something that's working. But so if he don't make it, all right, cool. He carry on to what's working now into next season. So same for the Falcons. He put up a fight, but he came up short. But whatever it is, whatever he did to put himself in his position, carry it on to next season. Simple. As far as Bears, I like this Bears team for franchise purposes. Dre he's in a good position. He got 2 firsts, and he got a little bit of paper to spend in free agency. So Bears gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be all right. The key thing with the Bears is build up Justin Fields. Get some weapons over there on defense. Get you a nice cornerback. Get you a pass rusher. They got the stuff to do it. They equipped with it. They got 2 firsts. They still got second. They got some money for free agency. So the Bears is alright. They'll be fine moving forward. And like I said, this is only season 1. A lot of guys are still ironing out their wrinkles. I'm one of them, so I understand. I understand totally. The Raiders get the force in this one. Texas and Titans. I seen the message that Josh put out. Hey man, prayers goes out to you, Josh. You know what I'm saying? I had no idea what was going on, but just know, bro. Whatever you need. You know what I'm saying? As far as like if you need time off for missing games, I'm always talking that. Me and Bap always talking that like you got to play a certain amount of games, and if you miss a certain amount of games, we removing you. That don't apply to you. You understand what I'm saying? You got some real life stuff going on right now, and honestly, bro, if playing the game is therapeutic for you, I don't want to be the one to take that away. So my prayers goes out to you that everything get better on your end, bro. You know what I'm saying? And just stay with it, bro. You know what I'm saying? And, take whatever time you need. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. Come next season, you miss 10 games. You still in my book. You know what I'm saying? So my prayers goes out to you, bro. You know what I'm saying? It just goes to show that no matter what happens today, nothing is promised tomorrow, right? Like whatever you see, whatever you look at in the mirror today, however you feel, none of that is promised tomorrow. Not your health, not your life, not nothing. So, we all need to take more time to appreciate, the health and everything that we got, man. You know what I'm saying? And be appreciative of that more often, But again, Josh, just prayers up to you, bro. And like I said, man, whatever you need, you ain't got to worry about nobody saying nothing about you not playing. Just take time out to get better, bro. And if you need to use this game to help you psychologically deal with what you're going to deal with, it's all good in my book. You know what I mean? You've been balling with them Texans, so I would definitely like to see you keep playing, because you did something that a lot of people won't be able to do, and that's make them Texans into a real threat. The first season at that. This ain't the Texans after season 2 or season 3. This Texans year 1. How many guys can do that? Not too many, but I warned them about you when I did the 5th quarter early in the season, so I'm not surprised by none of your success. I've been in leagues with you in previous matches, so I already know what you bring to the table. But definitely great season, man. I would love to be able to see you finish what you started. Panthers and Jags, yeah, exactly. With no trades, no free agents except the ones we was allowed to sign. That's it. You know what I mean? A rookie quarterback. You know what I mean? And he been balling, man. Jags and Panthers, very big game right here. Jags gave Panthers the win. Oh man, Trey Dog throwing in the towel. My boy just must be super busy. He can't even play. So Panthers getting the win, it looked like, over the Jags. So that would be the force. Rams and Giants. I would love, in a perfect world, I would love to see the Rams play the Giants and beat the Giants. And then my game against the Giants, believe it or not, after all the setbacks we've been having, do you know, by me beating the Giants last week, if the Giants was to lose this week, our matchup in week 18 would be for the division. How crazy is that? That's what you call hanging in there no matter what, right? Because I was frustrated because I'm learning the game. I'm learning do's and don'ts. My timing ain't there. I've been out of the Madden world for a while. Like y'all know, going back to last Madden, I ain't played like the last 2 seasons. And I wasn't thinking about the game at all. So, and this game feels different. This game is different than the last Madden. So I'm learning still, So with all the troubles I was going through, for me to still be in it for the division, I'm happy. But that happy won't last too long because the Rams ain't playing. Giants get the win. So it's on to the wild card for us. But hey, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Big Game James been balling all year. You know what I mean? So it's well earned. Well earned. Cardinals and Eagles. Cardinals season is done, but we'll still try to play. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's just what we still gonna try to play. You got 8 losses. Like I said, 8 is not gonna cut it. 7 is the most. Once you start getting 8, that's it. It's a done deal. But we'll see. We'll try to get the game. We'll try to get the game done. But Yeah, Eagles at home over the Cards in that one. Ravens and Dolphins. I didn't see this game, but looking at the score, it looked like it got out of hand. But what I do know about this game is that Lamar got hurt. Tyler Huntley came in, did his thing, but I don't know, man. I don't think that Bap is going to be able to take Huntley. And he ain't got to go far with Huntley. He just need Huntley to get him out of one playoff game, and it may be, and if that, right? I don't know. Who knows? Maybe he be back for the divisional round. But Lamar's hurt, But I'm telling you now, is Huntley ready for them bright lights? We do not know. I know I should want one to play with him and no divisional game. But hey, one thing I know about Bap is that, Huntley or no Huntley, he gonna come out there and play with Huntley as if he Lamar. But what I do know is that them type of quarterbacks like Huntley and them, their awareness ain't up to par. You start getting some pressure on them, that awareness gonna show. So that's the bad part about playing with backups, right? Yeah, they can pass and look cute back there if ain't nobody on them. But once they start getting a little bit of pressure, they start throwing that ball to the guy selling the popcorn in the stands. So I would not want to play with Huntley come playoff time, because once the playoff come, everybody's there for a reason, right? So it ain't gonna be no easy out. But 4 weeks is a minute. That's a month, and we at the end of the season. So it's a bad time for Lamar to get hurt. I don't think that even though Huntley just had a good game against the Dolphins, I don't think Huntley. Listen, we'll see, right? That's why we got to watch. That's why we do fifth quarters. That's why we watch. We're gonna see what Huntley can do. But I just know that certain quarterbacks with low awareness and stuff like that, even if you don't get the sack, if you get a little bit of pressure on them, and Huntley, them type of guys they just get that ball out crazy. So we'll see. You know what I mean? We gonna see. But he gonna need some home field advantage. I'm telling you, Huntley ain't gonna cut it come playoff time. I already feel like that. But if, like I said, Bab can do it. He got it in him. But man, I sure won't want to be with Huntley when I got Lamar. You know what I mean? So he's wishing for Lamar a speedy recovery. A speedy recovery he's wishing for. Bucks and Saints. This is a big game for the Bucks too, because the Bucks got 7 losses. Matter of fact, I changed it. I said 8 not going to get it. 8 might cut it, because the Bucks got 7 losses. If he lose this game, he now has 8 losses, and that doesn't mean that he's eliminated. But man, that door is open. You know what I'm saying? That door is open. So this is a big game, but I don't know. I don't know what's the word on this game. Saints season is done. Maybe he just willing to pass it off to the Bucks. I don't know. Who knows? But if it gets played, I like the Bucks. They had a better season than they playing. Oh yeah, right. I'm bugging. They playing now. I ain't even pay that one no mind. I take the Bucks in this one. I think the Bucks know. I think the Bucks know what he got to do to get it done. So I got Bucks and I got Bucks over the Saints. I'm gonna go Bucks 31, Saints 17. Yeah, I'm reading what y'all typing, and yeah, the Ravens do play the Steelers week 18. That's gonna be interesting. That's gonna be interesting to see how Huntley plays against the Steelers, because I'm not gonna lie to you, that's gonna be able to show what Huntley's gonna be able to do, because Pearl gonna have to come and play. Right? Pearl is not in no position. Well, you know what? Now that the Jags getting a loss, I think Pearl is good. But one thing I know about Pearl, that he gonna play. He ain't gonna play just to come and play around with it. He gonna play to really try to show out. So and try to get the win. So we're gonna see what Huntley brings to the table. But I do know, man, I wouldn't want to be with Huntley for that long. But when you ain't got no choice, hey, you're back against the wall. You just gotta perform. So very, very interesting. And I'm going to go through injury, too. I'm going to see who got big-time injuries coming up. Niners over Washington 24-7. Slow season for Washington. I expect him to bounce back next year and have a better season than what he did. Seahawks and Steelers. Oh, Steelers lost to Seahawks. Got blown out 28-10. I got to go to these standards and see what it's looking like. So it's getting real interesting over here because now the Steelers, Trey Dog might be still in the hunt despite giving up the force. Big loss for the Steelers, absolutely. Chargers and Broncos. This game looked like it's getting played too. Hey man, the Broncos been playing better ball than the Chargers, so I got to go with the Broncos in this one. But that doesn't mean that the Chargers can't show up and win this. But I just think right now the Broncos is playing some good ball, so I'm going with Denver over the Chargers this week. I'm going to go 33-27. Next we got Bengals and Huskies. Bengals force for the Bengals, so that's a wrap. And then the Packers got the force, so that's a wrap. Let's go to the standings. Let's see what these standings looking like as far as this playoff race. Because things is getting very interesting right now. My boy P. Earl lost again. I didn't know that. So the Steelers have 7 losses. No. The Jags have 8 losses. No. The Patriots is still in it though. But then again, he got the tiebreaker over this Pats. So Pats can't catch him. Oh, the Chargers. The Chargers is not out. Oh, the Chargers and Broncos. All right, cool. So listen, 8 losses over here too. Still got a shot to get in. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. Pearl got 7 losses, right? He just lost. He plays the Ravens next week, the final week of the season. If the Steelers lose, that is 8 losses. Now, I don't know what that means for, Chargers and Broncos. Right now, Chargers and Broncos are playing. One of these two teams' playoff hopes is officially dead after their game. Whoever loses this game is officially eliminated. And whoever wins this game still have a shot. Whoever wins this game definitely will be having a Ravens jersey on as the Ravens play the Steelers next week. Now, what we need to check is to see if the Steelers played the Chargers and the Broncos. So let's go see if the Chargers played the Chargers or the Broncos. So far, I don't see neither. No Chargers, no Broncos. Nope, he didn't play the Chargers or Broncos. So now we got to go and check the AFC record, right? We got to see who got the better record over there in the AFC. And, the Pats is eliminated. We already said that. The Pats is out. They can't get in. But this Chargers and Broncos, these two, all right, so over there in the AFC, the Steelers are 6-5. And if he loses to the Ravens, he'll be 6-6. The Chargers is 4-6. He won't make it even if he win this. The Broncos is 3-7. Even if he make it, he won't win this. So bottom line, it look like the Steelers is good no matter what. Because the Pats can't catch him because he got the tiebreaker over the Pats. So the Steelers should be in even if they lose. Yeah, they in even if they lose. Nobody can catch them. So yeah, that's a done deal. So the Steelers are in. So that takes care of that. Everybody else is punched. Bengals got 3 losses. He can't move up or move back rather. Well actually, you know what? Why did they oh yeah, all right, yeah. All right, so that's it. So the Bengals, they got 3 losses. The Bills got 3 losses. Steelers don't got no X next to them, but when we advance, the Steelers will have an X next to their name because nobody can catch them. He got the tiebreaker over the Pats, and the Jags is getting the loss this week, so they're gonna have 9 losses. So that's that with that. So let's go look at injury report. Let's see who got some big time injuries going on, because as we all know, injuries been going down just about every week for everybody. I got an old lineman out. I'll take that. Falcons season is done. Niners, they don't have nobody hurt. Giants out without Saquon for 3 weeks, 3 more weeks. So Giants will not be getting a bye. So Giants won't be having Saquon week 18. So yeah, there will be no Saquon Barkley for the Giants in that first playoff game, and that's big, right? That's a big injury right there. And his linebacker is out. So those are big time injuries right there for the G-men. So far, looking at it, the Giants got big injuries, and they might be having both guys out first playoff game. Man, I wouldn't want to be without Saquon. That's his boy. So that's a big injury. Jets don't matter. Packers, that's called out. Packers healthy. So far right now, the playoff teams, Packers and 49ers, are both healthy. They don't have no injuries going down. Raiders don't have no injuries going down, so they healthy. Rams, Ravens, Lamar, 4 weeks. Oh, and his left tackle will be back. But man, oh man, that spotlight is on B more. Huntley didn't have this much spotlight on him since he been in Baltimore. Now Lamar is out. Huntley is getting the keys to the ring. We're gonna see what Huntley can do. He had a good game against the Dolphins, but that's regular season. Come playoff time, man, everything get dialed up another notch. But Lamar will be sitting there watching with his torn labrum on the bench, rooting on his boys just to get him to the next round. But man, so far the Ravens and Giants, man, they're limping into the playoffs. Saints, they're done. Seahawks, they still have a shot. They need some help. They don't really have no injury bug going on. Steelers, they good. Steelers, P. Earl, he's out. Oh, Lockett is still out 10 weeks. And his receiver is out. That's his number one receiver, Pickens. So Steelers, they are not going into the playoffs. They are not going into the playoffs in the most positive note. These injuries is big. Like, all right, he's been playing without his quarterback already, but now he ain't got his number one receiver, and he just lost. He got blown out against the Seahawks, and they only had 10 points. So that goes to show it's only but so many injuries you could take before it's going to start showing. So my boy P. Earl might be one and done. He needs some guys to get back. This injury bug, it's been hitting everybody. It's been hitting everybody. The Texans, they getting their guard back. They getting this guard back. They right tackle, they getting him back. So they getting their old lineman back. Titans season is done. Vikings done. Bears done. Bengals. Bengals is healthy. Bills is healthy. Broncos in this game right now. He don't have his lineman, but this is his last. Well, the Broncos season is ending. Nobody catches Steelers. Browns, Bucks is healthy. There's a lot of healthy teams though, but just that the teams that do have an injury bug got big injury bugs. That's the thing. Cards, Chargers, season done. Colts, Commanders, Cowboys, Dolphins. Waddle's out 5 weeks. That's big. Let me tell you something. Miami is one of them teams, right, that they got the fastest team in the league, and they look good with Waddle and Hill. But when one of them is gone, it looks like a whole different team now, right? Because that's the thing. When you play against a team like Miami, you be like, all right, I got to pay attention to Waddle and Hill. But if one of them is gone, that team looks that much different now. And it's only one player, but that one player makes that much of a difference. That's a big injury, and he's out with Waddle. He's out for Waddle. He's out with Waddle for not even just one game. If he wins his playoff game, his wild card round goes to the next game. He's out the divisional round as well. So that's a big injury for Miami. This kind of went under the radar. We know Lamar. We know Lamar injury was big, but this is a big injury. Waddle and Hill look good together. You take one of them out, they start to look like a regular core out there. So big injuries is hurting teams at the worst time. A lot of teams is healthy, but it's just that the teams that are banged up, is like banged up at the time when playoffs just about to start. So yeah, that was it. That was the last thing that we had to do. So yeah, some guys facing big time injuries, some guys not. You know, so we're gonna see. You know what I mean? Like I said, we only got one more week left after this before playoffs start. You know, and then it's go time. You know, and it's go time. You know, we're gonna definitely have that fifth quarter here. You know, but yeah, it's been a fun season. You know, it's been a fun season. To me, the season blew by. You know, it blew by. So, and who knows, right? Depending on what big games are left, it might not even be no big games left. We might could skip. That's something to look forward to. We might could advance to playoffs because look, if the AFC is already locked. If the AFC is already locked, over here in the NFC, right? The seventh seed. Oh yeah, you and Murph got to play. All right, cool. Copy. All right, say no more. Yeah, say no more about that. That's a big game. That kick. I thought the kicking meter joint was fixed. I thought they put a patch out. Cause when I played yesterday, I don't think I had that kicking meter issue. I thought it was fixed, but I guess it's not. But yeah, that kicking meter joint is crazy, man. I don't understand how they ain't put an emergency patch out for this. You know, I really don't. Oh, okay, yeah, that's big. That's big then. That's crazy that they still got that kicking joint like that, man. Cause I ain't gonna hold you. When I was playing against the Giants, I put him at the 40 at least 4 times, and that game was big for me. I can't afford to be spotting nobody at no 40. You know what I mean? So I don't even know how this joint is still like that. Like you can't tell me EA didn't get no update on what's going on with this meter stuff. So this joint is whack. So the Bucks play the Panthers. The Bucks play the Panthers week 18. That's a big game too. Because if the Bucks lose, he'll have 8 losses. Seahawks has 8 losses. Yeah, I know every time I start acting up with me, I always kick it out of bounds. So I just, I can't call it. Let me see this NFC for a second. So the Seahawks got 8 losses. The Falcons got 8 losses. Cards, Bears. So if the Bucks, let's look at the Bucks. Oh, you know what? You're right, Relly. That's what I played in yesterday. I played in Legal Money, and my meter wasn't acting up over there. You're right about that. So that's crazy. So what you telling me, that the meter's only acting up in here? That's wow. Well, I can tell you what it's going to come down to. I can tell you what it's going to come down to in a few minutes. Let me just look at something real quick. So the Bucks is 7-4. If they lose next week, they'll be 7-5, right? But they'll have 8 losses. The Falcons season done. They won't catch them. They under 500 over there in NFC. Seahawks. If the Seahawks win next week, they'll be 7-5. They'll be 7-5. So then it's gonna come down to points for them. Bears, if they win next week, they'll be 7-5. All right, so nice. There's still some stuff to figure out, Now let's look at something over in the AFC. Relly said if him and the Dolphins, right? All right, they both. Dolphins 8-3, Bills 10-1. Really? So what you talking about? It's right there. Oh, my bad. Division to be 3-2. Bills. Nah, really. If you lose, well, no. If you lose, really, he wins the division hands down. No, that's not throwing it off. That they got his 3 losses up there already. They got the same record. This comes down for the division. Oh, it's really and Bat. Oh, okay. That's what he's talking about. All right, let me see. AFC 10-1. All right, Bills 10-1. So if y'all both win next week, it comes down to points. That's all. Cause division don't matter because y'all not in the division and y'all ain't play each other. So it comes down to points. That's how they do it. Points scored. Ravens 657. Bills 514. There you go. Yeah, you'll be in first in the division advance, but for number 1 seed, it's still gonna be Ravens. He got more points. He got more points than you. You know what I mean? That's what it comes down to. Now, if you and Bat was in the same division, it would come down to division record, then AFC record, then the points. But being that y'all not in the same division, once you get past the AFC record, it goes to points. And right now, Bat got more points than you. So right now, really, for number 1 seed, you looking for the Steelers to come in and beat the Ravens, and that's with Lamar on the bench. But then the Steelers got their number 1 receiver out, as well as their quarterback. So they both going to be playing without some of their best guys. But yeah, so that's what it is, y'all. Big matchups coming down next week. I put the draft too in case nobody noticed. I updated the draft, and I'm glad I did that because as far as I was hearing, that the draft was messed up to the point that they said that they had receivers and stuff 300-pounders. Did y'all hear about that? The draft was messed up. Even with the patch they just put out fixed it. But for those that had a franchise and already uploaded the draft, there's nothing they can do about that. It still was affected. So luckily for us, we never touched the draft. So we missed that. So I got the draft in now. So we good. But if I would have had that draft class already loaded, we'd have been screwed. You know what I mean? There was nothing we can do about it because the patch didn't even help with the franchise. If you already uploaded the draft, if you already had the draft downloaded, it was already too late. But we never touched the draft. But now, yeah, I'm gonna check it out and make sure. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna check it out and make sure. But we definitely gotta update it. We definitely gotta draft class loaded. So, we're gonna see what's happening. But yeah, y'all, that's it, man. That's the 5th quarter. You know what I mean? And we just getting ready. To see what happens come playoff time. And get ready for war. You know what I mean? But I'll see y'all week 18. And if I don't see you week 18, I'll definitely see y'all wild card round. But until then, I'll holla.